Dr. Phelan. Welcome.
Good morning, Kay.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well, which the temperature is a little lower.
Oh my goodness. So today was my daughter's first day of first grade.
Oh,
Very exciting. So we walked over to the school and we're standing out on the blacktop. Everybody's got their masks on. We're waiting for the teachers, and it was very, very warm.
bacon.
Hoping for a break in the weather soon. So today we are going to be talking about parenting job number 3. So when it comes to parenting, we have 3 jobs as parents. Dr. Phelan, can you start out by just reminding us what those 3 jobs are?
Yeah, your first parenting job is controlling obnoxious behavior. So that's arguing, yelling, whining, fighting, screaming, teasing, all that kind of thing. The second job is sort of the opposite of that, and that's encouraging positive behavior, which is going to bed, staying in bed, eating, doing homework, getting up and out in the morning. And the third parenting job, which sort of like a job and sort of isn't a job, is bonding or strengthening your relationship with the kids. If you do the first 2 jobs, the bonding thing, a lot of it will take care of itself, but there's some other tactics that we'll discuss today that you can use to help with that.
Yeah, wonderful. So in the book, you talk about 3 things that parents should do when it comes to strengthening relationships with kids, and one thing that they shouldn't do. Let's start with the thing that they shouldn't do: over parenting.
Yeah. Overparenting is it's the what we call the anxious parent, angry child syndrome, and it means you're worried about the kid's behavior in some way. And so what you're going to do is provide a steady stream of anxiety motivated instructions to the child about what to do. So you have a kid who's going to a birthday party next door, and you say, when you get there, don't eat too much cake, put your present on the table, don't be too loud, say hello to Mrs. So-and-so, say thank you when you're leaving and all this. And by the time you're done, the kid doesn't want to go to the birthday party because you've squashed that motivation. So the overparenting, the key to it is the anxiety, and there's anxiety. The keys are there's anxiety in your voice when you're doing it, and you do multiple instructions because you're anxious. So the problem is really yours, not the child's.
And I would imagine that maybe some of your anxiety could potentially transfer to your child as well. I know if somebody gives me 6 or 7 instructions, even as an adult who has good executive functioning skills,
That's
that
right.
can make me a little anxious because I'm like, okay, I remembered 5 things. What was the 6th? I don't even know.
That's right. It makes it a test of your confidence instead of something to be enjoyed.
Absolutely. And that's not what birthday parties should be. Okay, so you also talk about 3 things that parents can do to build stronger relationships with their kids. Can you talk with us about what those are?
Yeah, the first one is what we call active listening or sympathetic listening. And this means that sometimes, when a child is emotional or angry about something, it doesn't mean it's time to count or time for discipline. The example I always use, if your 8-year-old comes back from school and says, my music teacher's an idiot. Well, okay, that the child's upset. That's a disrespectful comment. What are you going to do? Are you going to say, don't talk about Mrs. Smith like that? I don't think so. This is time for the warm side of parenting. And so what you want to do is say, well, you sound really upset. Tell me what happened. That's called an opener. And so you're going to listen to the child when they're upset. And you can do it some of the time, even if they're upset with you. It's a good thing to listen to them. So sympathetic listening, when you're thinking, if your own experience, as you've been growing up and as an adult, when somebody takes the time to listen to you, it's enjoyable, it's fun, and you do bond with that person.
Absolutely. It makes you feel very special, like they're making you feel special,
It does.
which is great. And that's we all want to know how to make our kids feel that way, right? And sometimes as a parent, you can be thinking, okay, what can I say to them to let them know I'm proud of them, to let them know they're a great kid? And the answer is actually, you don't necessarily have to say anything. You can just listen.
Yeah, listening it's a good thing. It lets you know that you are concerned about them and you're interested in what they think and what they feel.
Wonderful. So another one of the strategies that you talk about is shared problem solving. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, shared problem solving, probably the most boring out of the 4, I suppose. But what we're talking about here is getting together either as a family some of the time and do a family meeting, or one-on-one meetings with the children. So if you do family meetings, we used to do family meetings with our two kids, and I always tell people family meetings are aggravating but effective. If you can get everybody to sit through these darn things, you'll accomplish a lot. But don't expect them to want to come back to the next one because they're not always entertaining. But we discuss, who bedtimes, vacations, all this kind of thing, and everybody has a chance to talk. Mom, dad, and the two kids, and it's a listening thing. If you're the one running the meeting, as a parent, you want to be a good listener during the meeting, and then you come up with solutions. You do brainstorming, then you come up with solutions. You write them down because people argue about what it was later on. You write them down and then you try them out and then you come to the next meeting. Now, I'm not trying to kid you. We didn't do family meetings all the time the kids were growing up. We kind of, sometimes it would be good and sometimes we'd kind of let them go for a while. But you can come up with some good solutions, and because the kids participate in the solution, it makes it easier for them to cooperate with the ideas that you came up with.
Absolutely. And I think, one of the things we've talked about in the past is the way that shared problem solving can also, especially with with older kids, you talk about this a little bit in the manager mom epidemic, where it also can really help to build their independence. So you could solve problems like, what are we going to have for dinner and who's going to make it? Or how are we going to get this laundry done? And it not only puts you both on the same team, but also allows kids to contribute to the household in a meaningful way, and helps build their confidence through independence.
Yeah, we talk in Manager Mom a lot about total responsibility transfers, where a thing like, say, the child's laundry is transferred to the child totally. So they're responsible for their laundry. And a one-on-one meeting with the child, as you said, is a good way to kick that off before you start the training process for them to learn how to use the washer and the dryer. So it's right. It's a great road to independence.
Terrific. So I've saved the best for last. I know that this one is your favorite. So tell us about the final of these three strategies that parents can use to really strengthen their relationships with kids.
Yeah, on the to-do list, the best one I think is the shared one-on-one fun. Now, you notice I didn't say family fun. We have an obsession in this country with getting everybody together at the same time, and trying to have fun as a family. And there are problems with that. Sibling rivalry is one, but the biggest thing I think is that kids really cherish one-on-one time with the parent, not family fun. And I also guarantee you, no 16-year-old is going to talk to you in a car about sex and drugs if their 8-year-old sister is sitting in the back seat. So one-on-one fun, it means one parent, one kid enjoying the same thing at the same time. And it's something that we do not do enough of. It's a message to your child, again, you're important to me. I enjoy your company. We can do a movie and food. We can go jogging. One of the things I love to see the best is, say, a dad and his teenage daughter at the exercise club working out together. I think that's just super. But it's one-on-one, and it's very easy to have fun under those circumstances because they have you all to themselves, and that's a great start.
Absolutely. No competing interests of other siblings or other adults who want something different to eat or some different activity. Absolutely.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Phelan. I hope this has been really helpful for everyone who has joined us as far as the things that you can do in order to build a stronger relationship with your kids, which is really what we're all after. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper into this topic, Dr. Phelan is going to be doing a free seminar next week on Thursday on bonding. So we'll drop the link to register for that Zoom seminar onto our Facebook page. In addition to that seminar, he'll also be doing a seminar on Tuesday about parental expectations, what's reasonable and where they can get us into trouble. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jay.